Please welcome back with me to Inspiration Today, Zachariah Anani. Zachariah, thank you again for being back with us.
All right.
God bless you.
God bless you.
You know, we just saw a spot. I know you couldn't see it on your end, but we just saw a spot of various people, some black, some white, some men, some women, some nurses, some whatever vocational they came from, talking about how their fathers, their grandfathers, served in the American military, fought for American causes, and this is what's called here in the United States a public service announcement, a PSA. But the thrust, the point of all of these comments was, and I am an American Muslim, trying to build a bridge between Islam and America, and to show that they are patriotic Americans who fight for this country and believe in America. I mean, is this, in your opinion, a ruse, or are there people really who believe this?
Let me explain it in two sessions.
Okay.
First, when America was founded, when America was really like a Christian revival going up, you still had to go to war, you still had to fight, you still hit Nagasaki with an atomic bomb.
Yes.
All right? But this did not make you lunatic to spread Christianity over Japan.
Right.
You did not force Japan to become Christian.
No.
You fought for the freedom. And you know that throwing that bomb on Nagasaki and Hiroshima will end the war instead of having it for years, will cost millions and millions of lives.
That's right.
So, what the idea is, there was, if you want to put it this way, a separation between faith and government.
Okay.
For instance, and the other token is, there is no oppression, religious oppression in America. You can be a Hindu, you can be a Buddhist,
yes,
you can be any type of religion in the world, as long as
except Christian almost.
Exactly, and as long as you are accepting the others like you.
Yes.
Now, in Islam is totally different, my friend. And remember, now we are talking about the practicing Muslims, all right?
Yes.
We are not talking about the non-Muslims. Okay. Practicing Muslim, his loyalty is to his religion before his country.
Okay.
And the proof to it, remember what happened in Iraq the first days? A Muslim soldier threw a hand grenade against his friends and his fellows fighters.
I don't recall that.
Well, you should go back with the news and you'll find out about it. They captured them and they tried them. So, but he was a true Muslim, because to a Muslim, his real loyalty is really his religion before his belonging to a state or to a country.
Right. I think it's important to note that there are approximately 55 or so different Muslim nations in the world, and you would say even in those nations, not just here in America, but would you say in those nations that Muslim people living within those countries, like Indonesia, for example, where approximately 82% of the people are Muslim?
My friend, in Indonesia, in Pakistan, in Gaza Strip, and in West Bank, and in Jordan, when the towers were hit and people was running in the streets in forensic happiness and giving sweets to each other.
So you're saying their loyalty is first to Islam and not to their country,
right,
whatever that country might be.
True.
Yeah.
If, mark my words, if the history tide will reverse, and then the Caliph establishment will be established,
yes,
all those countries like Morocco, like Jordan, like Egypt will dissolve. Their loyalty be to the country where is that Caliph is there.
Yeah. You know, I know that you travel all over speaking on college campuses, university campuses, churches, and other places,
yes,
lecturing and speaking. What is it that you want people to know?
First of all, we would like to work them up on the true doctrine of Islam, not the Muslims. Big difference. You have to make a difference between Islam and Muslims.
Okay.
Now we are fighting the doctrine, because Muslims as people, they could be nice. I mean, if they are not really fanatic and lunatic, and if they are not really to the letter of the doctrine.
Yes.
So first of all, would like to waken up the nation about what's the agenda, real agenda of Islam here. And second, awakening them to the roots of their country, Christianity, which is really, it saddens a guy like me to see the door is closing slowly. And wow, Lebanon was a Christian country. Look what's happening now.
Yes.
when Christians turn the back away. So I would like to tell all the Americans, all the Christians, all the Western world, wake up.
And do what? And do what?
And spread the bread of life to the streets.
Amen. Amen. I know that you, at one time, were a hardened man. You were a terrorist. You have many people you talk about in your testimony of or your story of your life that you killed in the name of Allah. But how did a man like you get from that hard heart filled with hatred and violence and killing?
Let me tell you in a very quick way a summary of my testimony.
Yes, please.
All right. I was born to a clerical family.
Yes.
Islamic. My great-grandfather was a great imam. My grandfather was an imam. My father skipped the road for many reasons, so the family thought that I carried the torch. I was trained since I was 3 years old to be an imam and, memorizing Quran and do all this mimic stuff. By the age 13, God had blessed me with a full body and I was rebellious. So I joined the militant fragment and was okay for the family because, according to Islamic doctrine, only the warrior who dies in the battlefield killing the enemies has the right to reach heaven, and his family is to be feared and respected. By the age 16, I was already leading men in the battlefields, mainly against each other, really. And by that time, I became nothing but a killing machine. Really. And I wasn't thinking that I'll ever touch the 18 or the 20 of my life. I'll be killed before then.
Wow.
One day, I was going out to a movie just to pick up a fight because none of my men was there. And the film was dull and there was only an old man, so I left. And instead turning left to go to the bus, I turned right, and at the corner of the street there was a gathering. I thought that was a fight. So I dashed, yay, a fight. Only a few feet away from that gathering, here stands this Southern Baptist American missionary guy speaking in a Jordanian accent, which I know it very well.
Wow.
And I said, an American. You see, I was trained